Hello, hello, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea, my fellow Pisces. This is our daily vibe message from our guides for December the 2nd. Let's see what we have here. I'm working with a couple of different decks again today, giving us a little bit more variety and insight into our daily message. Let's see what we have here. Whoa, I'm liking this. All right. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Ten of Cups and the Hangman. So we're starting off on a really good foot here. This is Milk and Honey. This is a card of prosperity, abundance, having opportunities coming into us, and trusting that our needs are going to be met. So it's beautiful. And you know, with every choice we make right now, we have the potential to seize good fortune and embrace our destiny today. Opportunities are going to lead us to our best life now. We need to be open to them. We're getting a sweet taste of what we really want today. This is a card of energy shifting, good luck coming in. The hard work you've been investing your time into is going to bring in some rewards and return for your efforts. A great way to start our day off. Underneath that, doesn't get any better. You saw me shuffle Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is that card of opportunities coming in. Now, Wands are those cards of moving forward. They're those cards that say we need to grab the bull by the horn and go after the goal. And this particular one is the ace. It's the beginning of that. Something beautiful new is coming into us. So it's about starting maybe something new, like a new business or going on a new journey, adventure. We're going to have the passion to do something we've always wanted to do. Some of us might be changing careers, and we need to be enthusiastic and we need to be courageous in doing that. Maybe some of you have been thinking about changing careers as you enter 2026, a new year. In that process, we have to believe in ourselves and our abilities to make those choices. It's the beginning of taking action, and it's where we are newly inspired to create something original and then go after it. So like I said, it could be a new exciting career opportunity with this. And we may suddenly decide that we're going to learn something new, some new form of study. Maybe it's a new hobby. Maybe it's a new art form, something like that as well can come in with the message of this card. You could be being offered a wonderful opportunity, and it's the beginning of doing your research, going after it, making up your mind, but not jumping into it until you do that. But when an offer like that comes up, sometimes it's too good to let go. The Milk and Honey card is confirming that this opportunity that might be presenting itself to some of you is a sure thing. It's a good thing to go after. Beautiful. Now let's see what we have from our What's the Vibe. We've got exhausted. It says burned out, burdened, and empty. Some of you might be pushing yourself way too hard. Pisces, we know we're the elusive fish. We're thin-skinned. We have to be able to be more conscientious about time management and our abilities not to push ourselves too hard, okay? It brings on exhaustion, which can bring on illnesses, which can bring down our immune system, which we don't need to do. I'm not a doctor, but we all know these things can happen if we don't get our rest or we push ourselves too hard. So we don't want to end up with burnout. We don't want to end up burdened, and we don't want to feel empty. So this is always a very stressful and challenging time on the calendar every year. Christmas puts pressure on people. It makes people feel they're obligated to overspend or overexert themselves at this time. And you know what? It's all about you taking care of you, my beautiful Pisces. And don't push yourself so hard today through any challenges you feel you have. You don't want to end up exhausted and burned out. The High Priestess comes in. The High Priestess is all about doing your homework, going in behind the scenes, checking out details, and getting information that you need. That way you're able to move forward in a progressive and a positive direction. She finds the secrets out in the back. She has that ability to trust her intuition and her gut feeling. And when things don't seem right, she goes and gets what she needs to know, and once she receives that, she's able to sit there cool, calm, and collected. So the High Priestess is a card that's advising us if we're not sure about something, we need to do our homework. We need to do our research. We need to find out the answers that are imperative for us today to get through. Coming in next with our messages from the Cosmic Oracle deck, we've been given, what has your inner voice been asking you? Listen and act. Okay, so for everybody it's different. Some of you might be, asking questions about relationships, others about your job choice, and are you happy there, or where you're located? Do you want to move? Anything like that can come into play. It's different for all of us. But when we start really seriously thinking about what we really want, then we need to listen and act on it. Remember what I said, that opportunity that comes in. Maybe some of you want to open your own business, or maybe some of you want to change careers, or maybe some of you want to move away and follow your dreams in that direction. So it's so important you do your research. You sit down with yourself and you really think about, what is it I want to do? What is my inner voice being asking me to do? Okay, watching for those signs that come in. And those signs start to show up, and we start to think, this is repeating. History is repeating itself. What's going on? What do I need to know? Happiness, pure, unadulterated happiness. This is the 10 of Cups. Happy ever after card. I love this card because it talks about inner peace within the family circle, the friendship circle, the restoration and making amends and forgiveness if there's been any issues in relationships. It's all leveled out and it's all good. Also, this is a card that says what you've been working on and dreaming for and doing the research on is going to come to fruition. And if you've been working on a relationship and getting yourself out there, or working on your job or your career, or a passion you have, that's where you're going to see this come in, because you're applying the effort into it, and you deserve this 10 of Cups. You deserve this happiness that's coming in. So, I always say, after the rain comes the sun. After the sun, we often get gifted with a rainbow, and none of us, when we see that rainbow, don't fantasize about that beautiful pot of gold. And it could come in the form of time, effort, support, love, maybe even money. Okay. Our final card coming in is the card Poised. And we know that word actually means getting ready to launch yourself. You're ready. You're sitting on the precipice. It's, you're getting back in the game, right? You're bringing your A game yourself is what you're doing. So being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, and having all the confidence to jump off that cliff to do what you need to do because you prepared yourself. You can be assured that you're ready for anything right now, and you know what you need. You know what you need to do, and your skills are sharp, and you've come into your place, and you're armed with all the knowledge that you have been given and you've accepted. So I think that, even in relationships, it's going to work out for you. And also you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. So whether you're choosing to make a change, or whether you're choosing to apply yourself differently or more into your career, it's all beneficial. You're ready to launch into something new. And when we say that, it's a good launch. You've been thinking about it for a long time. With a Hangman, you may have felt you were stuck in a position. Things weren't moving very quickly. But the Hangman is all about, making the right choices, taking your time to do that, and looking at things from a broader, wider perspective. That's why the Hangman's positioned upside down, because the Hangman can see things differently from that angle. Don't lock yourself or box yourself in, okay? Don't be single-minded. Be forward-thinking. Think and look at things from a different perspective. What did you miss? What didn't you see? What did you overlook that was important that you grasped onto? So don't change who you are. Stay your authentic self, but look at things from a different perspective, and you might be pleasantly surprised how things can shift and work out in your favor. Okay, let's see what we've got here for additional information this day, this beautiful December the 2nd. I don't know where you guys are, but people are sending me pictures from all over and areas that they're getting snow, not only in Canada, but a friend posted something and sent it to me from another area, and so in the States too. So it's a snowy day in some places. Okay, our first card coming in is the Timeout. Our next card is Potential. Our next card is Success, and our next card is Impress. However, I've dropped all the cards on the deck, and this is the one that showed up. We're going to take it. So there's a pile of cards on my floor under my desk, and I'll get that later. Okay, so first off, there's going to be change. And we talked about that actually in this reading. And it's so amazing how of all the cards that fell out of the deck, this one stayed on in the remainder of the pile. And it so pertains to this reading. So some of us may be thinking about changing something, changing our work schedule so we're not exhausted, changing the way we look at things, looking at things from a new perspective, working on relationships as well, and doing our research to make things accurate. Some of you may need to take that time out here because you're feeling exhausted. And it is that time of year where people are catching, this bug and that bug, and it's putting people down. Take your time so you don't get sick. You have the potential, my fellow Pisces. We have that potential to grab onto new offers that will bring us our happy ever after. And that brings us in success. Pisces, some of us are impressive, I guess, and we're getting the rewards from the universe that we so justifiably deserve for our efforts we're putting into it. Well, I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful one. And always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I'll see you soon, my beautiful fellow Pisces.